Hey YouTube, I decided to make this my first YouTube video, by the way. I decided to make a video on the NBOX version 3. A lot of you guys that's looking for a media player, I highly recommend it. This is not a review, this is a repair. When I was reviewing these media players, about every 10th or so review that I got on it, they said that the box works perfect, which I highly recommend it, but the problem with it was the remote. So I didn't think much about it. Like I said, I would read 10, 12 reviews, and then all of a sudden I'd get somebody said something about the remote being bad. So I decided to take a chance on it, and I went ahead and ordered one on Amazon.com. Got it from the seller was NBOX US distributor, and went ahead and ordered it, and got my box, hooked it up, and it plays everything as advertised. It'll play just about anything you throw at it, AVI, DivX, MKV. But my remote control wouldn't work it would work 5 foot and closer. Anything over 5 foot, it would not work. So of course I thought, everybody's posted this, it's the remote. So with things like this, you mostly don't have good customer support. They say send it back, we'll send you a new one. So I took a chance and I emailed this guy, and he told me, he said, it's not your remote, it's your box. It's the receiver inside the box. So I emailed him back, said, you know what, if it's, you know, what I need to do to fix this, and he emailed me some instructions. So the first thing I decided to do was make sure that my remote worked, okay, because I wouldn't want you guys to try this repair and tear your box apart and it not be your box, okay. So the first thing you want to do is, if you've got a camera phone, digital camera, or anything, you can't see infrared with the naked eye. You have to have some kind of capture device, a webcam, so on and so forth. So basically, if your remote is transmitting the way it's supposed to, when you press a button on it, it'll flash like a strobe light. When you do that, that means your remote's working. If it doesn't do that, I suggest you replace the batteries, so on and so forth. Because if it's not strobing like this, your remote's not transmitting. So once I done that, I said, hey, the remote's transmitting. It's got to be what he said. It's got to be the box. And the problem with this box, he said in the next version they're gonna correct this issue. I don't know if you guys can see it because it's black, but there's a very little tiny window here where the IR receiver is. It's the part that picks up the infrared out of the remote, but it's this little window right here is too small, and when they manufactured the box, the receiver is up past the window. So I'm basically going to show you guys how to take this apart and repair this. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video and we'll get into the repair. Okay guys, here's the repair. Basically you have to remove 8 bolts out of this box to get to the IR receiver. So the first thing you want to do, I'm just using a micro screwdriver kit. There's 4 screws, one under each one of these pads. So what you want to do, you can use a thin screwdriver or even a needle would work. But you're basically going to get under the pad and pop it out. Now these are real super sticky, so don't worry about once you take them off, you know, they're so sticky they'll go back on. Let's change our bit out here. You're just basically going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver, and you're going to take these first 4 bolts out. Okay, once these 4 bolts are out, remove the back cover, and you're going to have 4 more bolts. Now I'm going to warn you before I take these 4 bolts out, there's a ribbon cable that connects to an upper board. Be real careful when you do this part. Just don't take these 4 bolts out and yank it, because you may possibly damage your cable under there. Okay. Now what I done is I just lifted the board right here. You got to be real careful with it. It's in there kind of tight. Okay. As you can see, right down there is the ribbon cable that I'm talking about, the little gray cable. So just don't pull this apart real hard. Okay. And this is your hard drive light, and then your power light. Right here is the culprit, and the problem is the window. When I put this back together from the factory, this IR receiver was bent upward up into the upper part, so it wasn't completely in the window. So basically what you need to do, and I can't express this enough, you need to push your receiver down, push it down further so that it goes inside the window here. Be extremely careful. These legs right here, there's a possibility you might break one, and if you break one, you're going to either have to solder it or get somebody that you know that knows how to solder it back. But basically what you want to do is, you can try to do your finger. I didn't want to chance it with my finger, so I basically took my screwdriver and I just pressed it down, because when I first got it, it was pushed upward. So I pressed that down. Once I got it down, be real careful trying to get this back in here. Okay. And then you say, well, how do I know if it's in the view window? Well, if you've got a LED flashlight, I don't know if you guys can see this on camera or not, but you can actually shine it in here, and you can, it's transparent, so you'll actually see where your sensor's setting. And you'll see that if you made the repair, and if it's actually inside the view window where it'll work. Alright, but guys, I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to go ahead and put my box back together. We're going to go hook it up, and I'm going to show you that this will now work from 20 feet away. Alright guys, I'm back. Put my box back together. From my couch to my TV, I set approximately about 15 feet away from my screen. Here's the remote. NBOX is laying over there next to the television. I'm going to prove to you guys this is about 15 feet away. When I go to use the remote, as you can see, I can go through all, scroll through my menus, go into my movies, scroll down to a movie. I can pick my movie, wait for it to start playing. So this proves that 15 feet away that it'll work. Okay, I'm going to stop that and go back home. Now, from my TV back to my wall back behind me, by the way guys, my beautiful wife's helping me film this video. From my television back to my back wall back here, it's approximately 20 feet, give or take a foot. So I'm going to get up and I'm walking around here. And to this back wall right here, where I'm standing now, it's approximately 20 feet from where I'm standing to my box over there. So we're going to see if back here, if it still works. As you can see, I'm scrolling through my menus. Go back into my movie folder. Scroll down. Pick a movie. Okay, I was in playback. And there you have it, guys. I hope you get this helped some of you guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. But that right there was 90% of the inboxes that's out there. That's what the seller told me it is. It's 1 to 2% of the boxes that go out that the pin has been up. So I hope that helps you guys, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks.